Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Itsmisstrina. If this is your first time here, welcome. Before you go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you become a part of the growing family. And guys, make sure you do me a favor and hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. Okay guys, so today we're going to get into how to make a closure wig. I'm actually making this wig for my aunt and I'm going to ship it to her back up in Philadelphia. So I'm going to show you guys how I normally make my wigs with a closure. This is just a disclaimer. I am not a professional. I am not a cosmetologist. I am not a licensed. This is just the way that I do things and the way that things work for me. And I hope that you guys can take some tips and tricks from it. And if you have any tips and tricks for me on how I can do things a little different or any advice, then please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Okay guys, so there are a couple of different products that I use when it comes to bleaching closures, bleaching frontals. Of course, I have the bleaching powder, which is, this is the one that I use right here. It's by Clairol Professional. This one is in Violet, 40 volume developer. And guys, I also use Ardell Red and Gold Corrector drops. I use this to tone out any type of the brassiness. And then when I use to wash out the bleach and everything, I use the Shimmer Lights shampoo. This is also to get any type of brassiness out. And then I have a little mixing bowl right here that I'm gonna put everything in, and a comb. And I also have T-pins. This is also good for like pinning down the closure. I have a needle and thread, and I have this here right here, which I got from AliExpress. Again, like I said, this is for my aunt. This is, if you guys didn't see my wet and wavy look for the video that I did and how to apply like a closure or whatever, this is the same exact hair. My aunt seen that and she loved that hair. So this is the wet and wavy hair. This hair is by Lamoda on AliExpress, and I believe she has two 12s, a 14, and a 10-inch closure. So attached to the table, let me show you guys. Like this, and I have it attached to the table. I got this from Amazon, and I also linked that down below. I think it was like $5 or $6 or whatever. Go in and I'm going to pour some of this powder in here. And when you're doing like the consistency for your closures and your frontals, you want to make it on a thicker consistency, just so it won't seep through and actually bleach the hair. You want to bleach the knots, not the hair. I probably should be using gloves because this stuff could really burn. This is the closure. I believe it's like a 4x4. I'll leave everything down in the description down below. And then this is what it looks like. The knots look like. So yeah, we're just gonna go in and we're gonna bleach those. So I already got the powder in there, so I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna take some of this developer, a couple capfuls, and I'm just gonna stir this until we get like a nice consistency. We want it pretty thick. We don't want it watery. So you wanna just add slowly and then mix until it gets to the thickness, almost like pancake batter. This stuff is strong too. Not only do you need gloves, but you need damn face masks too. Okay, so that's basically the consistency that I'm going for. As you can see, it's not runny or anything like that. It's nice and thick. And then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to apply this on top of the closure. I'm going to go in with these Ardell Red and Gold Corrector drops. And I'm just going to drop a few in here. And like I said, this is to prevent the brassiness. It's that orange looking color as much as possible, so you're not walking around looking like Trump. So yeah, we're gonna drop a few drops of this in here and just mix it around. You want to go in with a very light hand with the mixture, and you just want to apply this. I know some people use like a butter knife or whatever, just to spread it, get it even spread, but I'm just going to use the same comb that I mixed it up with, and I'm just going to apply it on top of here with a very light hand. Okay guys, so now that that is done, and I like to drag mine just like a little above the hairline, just so you know we can get any type of knots that might be sitting out there. And the higher the developer, the less amount of time you have to let this sit. So because this is a 40 developer, I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. I'm gonna let this sit for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna check on it and check the knots and see what it's looking like. And if it looks good, then I'll just go ahead and rinse it out. Oh wait guys, and then another thing that I like to do to make it process a little faster, I like to cover it with the aluminum. Just like that, just so it can process a little faster. So we're gonna give it 10 minutes and then we'll be back. Okay guys, as you can see, that's what it looks like after bleaching the lots. It looks pretty good if you ask me. No brassiness, no orangeness. I'm telling y'all, since I started using this Clairol powder, the brassiness and the orangeness that I was or used to experience, I don't experience that anymore because I was using that BW powder. And since I started using the color corrector drops, those really help. I mean, the shimmer lights, I was always using that no matter what kind of powder I use, but I really noticed the difference when I changed the powder and started using the color corrector. So that's what it looks like. One product I did forget to tell you about that you will need, and it's this neutralizing shampoo. I use the one by Itsmisstrina. Now, if you guys perm your hair or whatever, you know that you use this to stop the processing of the perm. This is also good when you're washing out the bleach. You apply this first before the shimmer light shampoo to stop the processing of the bleach. Now it's the same way with if you're washing out the perm. If it's still pink, you know that it's product and it's still processing and it's still in your hair. It's the same thing with the closures and the frontals. If it's still in there, it'll still be pink. Once it's all gone, it'll be, you know, clear. So I use this before I use the shimmer light shampoo just to stop the processing of the product. Okay guys, so what I've done is I have the closure right here and I put it up into like a little ponytail so the hair can be out my way. As you can see, the lace is already cut, and that is because I already did this onto a wig cap. And when I went to cut the bottom part up underneath where the opening is supposed to be for the closure, I cut too close to the thread and it just all fell apart. So that's why you want to be extremely careful when you're cutting the opening for the closure out, to make sure that you're not cutting too close to the thread so you won't, you know, all your hard work won't go to waste. So I'm going to take this cap right here that I got from the hair store, and it's this one right here. And my aunt is pretty fair skinned, so this will work perfect for her. And this is who I'm making this wig for. So I'm just going to put this cap on the head like this at first, just to give the closure that scalp-like effect. And then once I'm done sewing the closure down, I'm going to cut like all of it off the back, just so the black part of the cap, the dome cap, is showing. And what you want to do is you want to pull your closure. And guys, I would recommend waiting to cut your lace off, as that is what I originally did, after you sew down the closure. You want to put it a little ahead of where the cap starts. So I'm going to T-pin it for right now, and then I'm going to show you guys. I'm T-pinning it in the back like that, just so it can be tight. I'm going to pull this back some because it's too far up. T-pinning it. You want to make sure it's tight like that, nothing bulging. And then you're going to take the front. As you can see, I'm placing it above the cap. So when I put my T-pin in here, right here, you're going to see it's going above the cap. So as you can see, that's above. Then right there. So as you can see, it's like a little above the cap. Then you want to go in with the needle and thread, and you just want to sew this down. Now when sewing down the closure, you want to stitch as close as possible so you don't get no humps, no bumps, no lumps, guys. But it takes me forever to thread a needle. Oh, it didn't that time. Look at that. Look at God. Right here. And you're going to have to really push through because you're going through 2 caps. Just do it like that. And don't worry about that extra string that's hanging because I'll cut that. So just as close as possible, guys. So you won't have any, you know. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not a cosmetologist. You know, I'm not any of that. I'm just showing you guys what works for me and how I do things. I always do my own hair. I mean, I'm not going to say I never, but it's been a very long time since I had somebody else do my hair. So, and I always get compliments on my hair all the time. So I'm doing something right, huh? Closer to where the band is, which is right here, you don't want to go through the band because then that's going to mess up the elasticity, if I said that right. It's not going to really give you much stretch, and you want the cap to be comfortable. You don't want it just to be super tight. So as you can see, I'm coming to the end. So I'm just going to take this off. And as you can see, that's nice and tight. You know, it might look a little bulky just because it's 2 caps, but it's really not. So I'm just going to do right there. And like I said, just sew is close together. The closer you sew, the flatter your closure will be. And cut this right here. And then I'm going to go in on the other side. Oh, and I'm going to cut this piece right here. So that's too long. See? Voila. As you can see. And then I'm going to go on the other side. As you can see, this is not sewn down. And I'm just going to do the same exact thing. And I'm going to save the back part for last. Okay guys, as you can see, I am done that side. You can see nice and flat, no bulkiness. And I'm just going to double knot it. The back is looking like I can take my T-pins out. And, you know, as you can see, this is what's left. When I pull it like that, it's no type of bulkiness or anything of that nature. So I'm just going to go to the back and we're going to sew this down. And then we're going to move on to applying the bundles. And this is a beginner friendly how to make a closure wig, and y'all gonna see what I mean by beginner friendly in a minute, okay? Because not everybody, I guess you would have to know how to sew to do this part, and you really don't. I could have did the closure the way that I'm going to do the bundles, but because this is for my aunt, I didn't want to do that. If it was for me, then I would have, but I know she's not going to know the difference between glue and sewing when it comes to the actual bundles. So, you know, I just want to make sure that the closure is secure. I want to make sure the closure looks natural because that's what she's more concerned about, is the scalp look. If it's me or if these needles have gotten sharper. Like every time I poke myself, it's like depth. Okay, so I did say that this was going to be beginner friendly. So what I'm going to do is, with the bundles, we're going to be gluing them. So you're just gonna, you know, go around. I'm gonna actually use this thingy right here. You just attach it. Let's see. You just attach it to the table. I'm gonna be gluing these bundles. Yes, as you can see, the title says beginner friendly. My titles are not clickbait. They are what they are. So we're just gonna make this quick, fast, and a hurry and get it done. Just because I've already done this and I did originally sew it down, but because, you know, for time purposes, I gotta go pick up Justin in a little bit. I need to get this wig off and ship it. We just gonna, you know, we gonna glue. We gonna glue. So you guys should know how to glue. Measure it from one side to the next and just glue. Now what you want to do to make this stay and last, you want to spritz it or use some type of holding spray. Spritz it or use some type of holding spray, and then you also want to use the blow dryer. Now I have wigs that I've made with glue that last just as long as my wigs with that are sewn on. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna do this. I'll show you guys the first couple, but this is pretty repetitive and I mean pretty simple and easy to do, you know. So I don't know if you guys really need to see this, but I'll just show you. As you can see, the thread is like still in here because like I said, I did originally sew this. But we're gonna make this a beginner friendly video now. So you just gonna boop, and be careful because this glue come out fast, all right? And this that 30 seconds supposedly dry glue. This stuff really works if it's a good one. If you don't get a dry rot one. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm still, you know, doing the process, gluing, spritzing, blow drying. As you can see, this piece is a little shorter. It stops right there and then it stops right here on this side. So for that, you know, I still use those pieces. I just try to put them in the middle instead of, you know, like starting it all the way up here and then wrapping it all the way around and then it cutting off short and one side being fuller than the other. I'll just like use that piece and still put it like in the middle somewhat so it can still be even on all sides. Okay guys, so now that I'm getting like up here where the closure is, now if I was to sew it and I was coming around to it, I would connect the closure in the track. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place the track right there where the closure begins, and this is a little long. So I'm gonna cut this some. And I'm just gonna pull that right there, just so it won't look like any type of separation. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's time to start laying the tracks like this. So I'm gonna just go in and start laying them like that because we're almost done, as you can see. Next track, I'm gonna put literally on top of the beige cap and just close it off like that. So I'm gonna do that, and I use 2 bundles exactly plus the closure. So I'm just going to put this piece on here, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut out the middle part for where the closure is supposed to be. And I'm going to show you guys what it looked like. And guys, just be careful. Do not cut near the freaking thread. So just take the razor and I'm going to cut as close to it, and I'll be sure not to cut this beige cap right here, because that's what's going to give her that scalp-like effect. So that went much better than the last one. As you can see, that's what it looks like. It actually looks perfect if you ask me. Now my aunt like wearing her hair to her face, so I'm pretty sure I'm not doing any plucking to this, just because the closures and frontals. Oh! Oh god. Secure the wig, lady. Secure the wig. Just because I want this to last her as long as possible, so I'm not going to do any plucking. I don't want her to have to do any maintenance if this frontal starts to bald. If you guys seen my my wet and wavy video, or how to apply a frontal video, the same exact hair from the same vendor, and that hair lasted me over a year. The frontal lasted me over a year, but you know how on AliExpress they start switching and stuff, so I just don't want to pluck hers because I know she's not going to wear it off of her face, and I know how frontals and closures are, so I want hers to last her as long as it can. There you go. See what that looking like right there? Looking real part-like. And she can always add a little bit of, you know, foundation or whatever, if she want to darken it up. But like I said, she's pretty fair-skinned, so this should work well for her. Once you wet it and it dries down, it blows up. So 2 bundles in a closure is more than enough for her, because, and that's unless you like, you know, really big hair. But this is her first closure wig, and I think this looks pretty damn good if you ask me. That's the closure wig. I hope you guys like this video. This is going to conclude the video for today. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys want to see more videos like this, or leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know if you want to see more hair videos. This is definitely beginner friendly. As you can see in the back here, you can't even see no tracks, where the closure start, where it end, nothing. And like I said, I had already cut the lace, so and like I said, she's not going to wear her hair like this. It's going to be on her face, so it ain't even no need for me to pluck. It's just going to naturally start to shed anyway. Yep, that's it. I think it came out so good. But this is just the way that I do mine. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Deuces.